Hey guys, welcome back. And in this one we're going to be taking a look at SwiftUI. So one of the new features. Yeah. So let's get started. Xcode, new Xcode project, single view app. Make sure the language is set to Swift and the user interface is set to SwiftUI. If you're still using the beta, you'll have a checkbox right here. So make sure you check that. And let's just call this SwiftUI Fun. Why not? SwiftUI is fun. Save this on my desktop. So now as you can see it's there on my desktop, SwiftUI Fun. And SwiftUI, I'm still using Mac OS Mojave or Mojave or however you say it, but yeah, so I'm still using. So I don't have the preview feature, but what I do have is the simulator, so that's what we're going to be using in today's video. But the first time it builds, it takes a while, but then it kind of picks up speed. So yeah. Okay, so let me talk about what we have right here. So this is the content view. This is basically where we program, make the app, and there we go. iPhone 11 Pro Max, new phone. That just makes it easier to move it around. This is where we make the app, and this is for previewing the app, the app, and that is where you have this one, the preview, which I don't have right now, but there you go, hello world, and that's basically what this text is. So you know how I actually probably bring this out like that. Say don't show device results, so I can shrink it up a bit, keep it there. Like that. Probably that's what we can. Yeah, we'll work with that. That's pretty nice. So basically what this text is this hello world right here. So let's see if I can change something here. Let's say um, Swift UI is cool and run that. So it is pretty quick. So there we are. So now it says Swift UI is cool. So that's pretty nice. Let's try to make this bigger. So is there anything like dot font? Sorry, font. Okay, there is font. Size 10. Is that how you do it? So if you think that is the case, it's not. You have a lot of preset values called none, body, callout, caption, footnote, headline, large title, sub headline, title, and custom font, and you have a lot of stuff. But I'm just gonna go simple with this title, and I like to keep my dot, my attributes for each object below it like this. So let's see what this gives us. Awesome. So now as you can see, it has become bigger. Kind of weird. The phone is pretty small, but whatever. So um, yeah. So it's made it bigger. What if I say dot cal? So you can experiment around with these stuff, but we'll just be looking at yeah. So it's basically back to that small size. But for this right now, we'll just go with large. Okay, we'll just go with title because it's the most nice looking one. We'll just say probably instead of SwiftUI school, we will say you United States of America, for example, and then we can also add another text right here. What is wrong with making text? Not, or let's say California. Now if I run this, result of call to font is unused, result of text initializers unused. Function declares an opaque return type but has no statements in its body from which to infer an underlying type. So that's kind of weird, but I couldn't understand it. But basically, what it doesn't know where to place this text because it can't really do anything with it. At least that's what I'm understanding. So basically, what you do is you put it inside stack views. So if I say UI stack view, which is what you might think we do, but that is exactly not what we do. We use something called stacks. There's the head stack. There's also we'll look at one by one. So we'll just put this inside a head stack like that, and it's better. So if you run that, that just is weird. It launched it. Very good. United States of America, California. So let's look at what VStack does. It's basically the same as a stack view with vertical or horizontal alignment. It's basically the same. There you go. Now it's on top of each other, and there's one more stack called Z stack, which I don't think it's there in UI. Sorry, UI kit. So basically, a text is a UI label. So look at what it has done. It put this behind this. So that's what a Z stack does, and I don't really use Z stacks that much. I usually use V stacks and H stacks. For now, we'll just go with this. And what if I want a UI image? Well, you say image. Yeah, so that's more nice. So you can say image, not image scale, but image, and you give the name of the image here. But since we don't have any image inside this, we're going to use the system name thing, and we get all these system names basically from SF symbols, which I have right here. So I launch it. We have some stuff here. You could use whatever you want. Maybe I'll just use, what do I get for that? I think play. Let's use this. This looks nice. So I select it, and if I just want the name of it, or I can also choose something like semi-bold, but I think I like thin. That looks pretty nice. So I select that. I hold shift and then I say command C. So I'm going to copy that, and then I put this inside here. Now if I run this, now I'll just comment this out actually. Let's run that. Yeah, so we have that add play thing very small in the bottom. It's barely visible. For now I actually don't need the VStack, so I'll just get rid of it. So we'll use this the frame property on it, and we don't need the alignment, so we'll just get rid of that. But I don't think you will actually. Yeah, it's still small, and the reason being, actually, if you don't like these things which come in the console, what you can do is option click on your target, and you get this kind of a thing. Hit plus an environment variables and say OS underscore activity underscore mode, just like that. Hopefully I spelled it right. And for the value, just say disable and then close. And now if I run it, I won't get all this garbage below here. Hopefully I won't get this garbage. Yeah, so you see we don't have anything down here. Now in UI kit we use this thing called translates auto resizing masks into constraints. So the same way we have another thing here called resizing. We basically use that. Oops. Yeah, so we basically use that to kind of make it resizable basically. So there you go, it's much bigger. So that's basically how it works. Now I could probably do more stuff to this, but I'm just going to leave it at this. Next up, if I wanted to add a shadow or something, let's first of all actually get an image from Safari. let's say image, not images.google.com, just image, just probably a simple one. That looks pretty simple and nice. Yeah, I'm going to use this one, so I'm just going to click on save image as, keep it as 1 to keep stuff simple and save it. Bye Safari. Finder, go over to desktop, there it is. So head over to the assets, drop it in here, and now head over to my content view, and instead of using the system name, I can very well go ahead and use my one. And look what happens now. So we get the image which we just got from Safari. What did actually? So I actually, if I don't use these attributes or whatever functions for this, I'll get a pretty big image, I guess. Yeah, so that's pretty big. So now what if I wanted to give it a corner radius? Yeah, if I want to give it a corner radius, it's actually not so straightforward like the resizable and frame. There's nothing like corner radius. There is a corner radius, but kind of give it 50 to go there. So it makes it a circle for you, but if I had to change this to probably 50, or not even use this for that matter, my corner radius is actually not going to work out that well. That is slow. Why is it taking so much time? Usually it's pretty fast. Guess we have to wait for a while. Basically, if you just think of it, you're not gonna get that circle. So use a different attribute or whatever you want to call it, function called clip shape, and then use a shape. And you could kind of give some properties, but we're just going to go with the most simple one and use this circle argument. So if I run this, which is taking many years, so what I like to do is just make it go home. There we go, now it's a circle. So that's basically how you do it. So let's say you want to give it a border. Yeah. So shape, style, and width probably 12. Want something. Okay, so wrong function. Very sorry. It is not bordered, but this function called overlay. And then you add an overlay, which is a view, and we're gonna give the circle a stroke. And we're just going to use this one and say dot white, not both but white. Okay, I have to say color dot white. It's basically UI color, but since we're using SwiftUI, it's called color. UI image, or text is just more straightforward. So yeah, view UI view, so you'll see how it works. So really can't see it. So if I want to see it, I'll give something called a shadow. So I use the shadow and give a radius of 10. And let's see what happens now. Yeah, that was another video which I've made before. Probably link it in the description. Yeah, there you go. There's a shadow, and there's your stroke. Actually use the line width 1, and I'll give 4 maybe. Keep it simple. So the reason I'm going over images so much is because that's what makes your app looks nice, if you ask me. Yeah. So coming back to these texts, I really can't use all of this together. Yeah. So let's say I put this all in a V stack. V stack like that. Post that. Run that. So I get all vertically aligned. I'm actually get rid of all these because that kind of looks ugly. Makes the code look ugly. Yes, United States of America, California, and you get this butterfly. Cool. So let's say I want this to be on my left, and I want these two to be on top of each other. I want a California first, and then the United States of America, and I want it beside this. So first of all, let's make this image smaller. So sizable. Okay, I didn't want to delete it at all in the end. Frame crop. Frame. Probably use 200 by 200, and for the alignment, I don't care about that. So I should get a smaller image. Let's see if that's the case. Yeah, so there we go. That's a smaller image. Smaller. The device itself became small, so sorry. Anyways, so let's say I want this to be here and then these two. So basically, if I imagine this whole thing as one, then basically this is going to be in a H stack. So if I put these two in a V stack and put that V stack inside a H stack, then I'll get that. So I'll actually do it and not blabber like I'm doing now. And instead of this, I'll put a V stack and put this in that V stack. So now if you look at what we get, yeah, so we get this. Let's actually make this United States to keep it simple. Yeah, there we go. Let's say I want the image to come first, so very simple. Like we take care of adding subviews to the view, do the same thing here. So this is going to be rendered out first, and then the V stack which contains this. There's also another thing called a group which you could use, and a group is like you just group a lot of stuff together. Yeah. So there we go. Now this is basically like a row, like if you think of it. And that looks better. So that just gives you a more contrast. So now we have a row. We can make a list, right? So let's go ahead and do that. A list is basically a UI table. So let's use list and put this in here. And let's say I want 3 of this. So just copy that. That is 2, and that is 3. So let's see if we get 3. Yeah, so now as you can see we have a list here which has 3 of what we just added. Awesome. But that kind of looks cluttered, right? Yeah, so like we do subclasses, we can do this pretty similar thing here. Command then make sure it's a SwiftUI view. Hit next, just call this row. And instead of this hello world, we put this whole thing in here. And now instead of putting all of this in here, you can just call the row, and let's create how many ever rows I want. So that just looks very less cluttered, and that is going to make a big table view for us. Yeah, that's that simple. And if I want a navigation view on the top, uh, so in navigation bar on the top, I just use navigation view right there and put this in here. I run this. Navigation view. The title we'll just use navigation title and just use list. That's about it. Very simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.